Testing 1 2 1 2. Testing 1 2 1 2. Starting in 3 2 1. Hello. This is my very first solo pod. For those that don't know, my name is Jojo. And not gonna lie, I've been really putting this off for a really long time. There's just so many things that was happening in life that I just felt that it wasn't right to start this again. And then I think up until recently, I was like, when is a right time to start this? And I was just kind of waiting for the perfect time. And honestly, there's no such thing as a perfect time. So I decided to just start now. To the old viewers, welcome back. And to the new viewers, hello. Welcome to Just a Vibe. A little bit of an intro of what this podcast is. It's basically a podcast that I started when I was 20. I believe I'm midway through 20s now. So a couple years ago. So essentially what we do is here we talk about relationships, life, fitness, and overall just being in your 20s from a perspective of someone that's actually going through it. The reason I started this podcast was essentially for me to get better at speaking in front of like a camera or just with people. A little bit of a background. I came from I did a career right after high school that was very isolating, which was electrical construction. And it was just a very isolating job that I did for 3 years. There were so many moments where I would just be by myself and and just like not have any interaction with anybody. I would be just listening to podcasts and listening to music, but there's only so many podcasts and songs that I can listen to. And so with the podcast here now, I wanted a space where I'd be able to work on that, to be better at that. And here I am trying to do that. So, yeah. So welcome to Just a Vibe podcast. I'm your host, Jojo. A little bit of a life update. I'm in like a new era of my life. I moved out. I'm no longer in a relationship. And I'm in my mid-20s. So there's just a lot of moving parts that I just wanted to kind of talk about for today. First segment being, and it's a little bit of a sad start, I guess, is being alone. And being alone in your 20s is not something life really prepares you for. It's something that just kind of comes. It just comes there, right? For me, like, there are definitely a couple of obstacles that I have been kind of going through, and I'm just kind of just noticing, and this is a little bit of a struggle and stuff. First one would be like cooking, man. Like, what I do for a nice home cooked meal, like, it's like my go-to meal that I'm always like doing, like, this is the Filipino side of me. It's egg, spam, and rice. Like, it's such a simple like breakfast. Sometimes I eat it for lunch, but there's only so many times that I can like cook that, and for it to actually be a meal that's actually like, when you move out, like, no one's cooking for you. Like, you have like nutritional value, like that is definitely not like up there on the nutritional value. Like, spam is literally like, I don't think spam's even healthy for you. It's like mixed meat, but it's so good. And then eggs, you can only have like once a day, you know, and if you're not adding any like vegetables to that, it's kind of bad. I saw a post somewhere that was talking about how growing up is essentially just figuring out ways to cook ground beef and chicken in different ways and making it taste different, because that's like the consistent thing that probably would save you money, and there is good nutritional value, I believe. Ground beef, lean meat. Yes, yes. Um, and I feel like I'm starting to feel that. Yeah. The second would be like cleaning. There's nobody there to remind you that you forgot to do the dishes. There's no one there to tell you to empty out the vacuum, or even just like menial tasks that living with somebody that they would notice that you yourself don't even notice. But it needs to be done and it has to be done, so you have to do it. Um, the next one would be like bills. Uh, Man, I wish I had a better like I've been moved out for 3 weeks now, and it's all kind of coming slowly, like just the apartment, everything has to do with that. It just comes slowly, and it doesn't all. No one tells you this, but like I guess I feel like I should know this, but you don't get bills all on one day. It's split throughout the month, different times, and by the end of the month, like I'm like hoping that I have enough money for, whatever. Like I love buying food. Like I'll be honest, I'm such a consumer. I love buying food. I love going to A&W. That's my cheat meal, if you want to call it cheat meal. I love a teen burger with fries and a Sprite. Like that is my go-to. But moving out now, I can't do that as frequently as I want to. And then you put that aside with like going out with friends and stuff. It costs money to go out of the apartment. And sometimes I don't even know if I have that money to even spend. But yeah, like all these like, these are just like regular day-to-day things that I just feel like is not highlighted when people move out, or it's not something they really tell you. Or for me, like I just feel like no one ever told me that this is what it was going to be like. Not to say that I don't love the space, and obviously like it gives me something to kind of work towards, but it can be a lot, and it can be overwhelming if you don't have a plan. And I think for me, like I thought I had a plan, but life throws lemons at you, and you need to be able to make lemonade, and I'm trying to make lemonade, I guess. Yeah. The next one is a little bit of a sadder one, but going from a long-term relationship to single. A little bit of a backstory. I've been in relationships from 17 to my mid 20s with little to no break to kind of just figure out myself and what JoJo likes and doesn't like, and likes and doesn't like, in not the sense of just in general, but like when I'm alone, like what do I like? What does that look like? What am I doing? How am I spending that time? I think the silence. Yeah, I think the silence is another one that I've been like recently starting to really feel, because it's been almost a month now that I've moved out, and it's, whether it be buying furniture, whether it be buying groceries, but kitchen appliances, washroom, like cleaning stuff, waiting for Amazon to like come with my package for my like vacuum and other menial things that I need. It's always just kind of been go. And recently, up until recently, I'd say past week, I've definitely felt the silence. Almost like a little too silent. Like the thoughts in my head are a little bit louder now, and especially as an overthinker, where I think I was just always so used to being able to like rebound off somebody with my ideas and thoughts, and is that right, is that wrong, like what do you think about this, like I'm trying to do this, but what does that look like, do you think that it's okay, like just having somebody to rebound off, it's not there anymore. And I think it's something I'm trying to get used to, a bit of a learning curve, but it's not an easy thing, I think. The next one would be the looking or longing for another presence. I think from when you're age 1, I'd say 1 to the time that you move out, there would have always been someone there to kind of comfort you, be there for you, physical, emotional support. To kind of be there, and like being in a new place, I feel like I'm starting to feel like a dog, where like as soon as I hear like a sound at the door, I'm just like, yo, like somebody, like who's here? There is this pattern that I've built over the years, just like this feeling that like I'm always waiting for somebody to come home. But now it's like I'm the only person here, which is like good and bad. Like the idea of like no one else has access to your own space, and that's great. But there is that it does feel a bit lonely. It does feel a bit lonely. It's like a learning curve, like I said. It's something that I'm trying to get used to, trying to build a new pattern. I've always been such a routine-based person, so like they would always come home at this certain time, or my mom would be cooking this certain thing at this certain time, or I'd always see these frequent faces and things. But it's different now, and I'm in a new space, and which is like sad but like also exciting. Like I think I've always longed to kind of be on my own and kind of just be a bit more independent in that sense, right? And now that I have it, I can't complain because it's here now. It's literally reality, and that's like the funny part. But yeah, oh my god, this is actually so hard. This is literally like such a hard thing to do. Like I'm so used to doing podcasts with people, and there's always someone to kind of rebound this conversation with. But right now I'm just speaking to the camera, and like I don't even know how I'm doing, and it feels like I kind of blurted a lot out, and I need to get better at this though. I think it's something that if the podcasts and like just say content creation are hobbies and things I really want to pursue, this is something I think that is beneficial for me. And I've always been in the growth mindset type of mind, where I think saying it is not as good as just doing it, right? And you only get better if you keep doing it. Yeah. So to wrap it up, moving out, if there was a piece of advice that I could give to somebody that is moving out and, is looking forward to that next, era, chapter in your life, it's to come in with a little bit more of a game plan. Obviously, you can't plan for everything, but, you want to give yourself a little bit more parameter. Work within. Don't spend this amount. Like I spent so much money on furniture because I wanted it to look good. I want the space to look nice. I wanted the people that when I have people come over, like I just wanted to like almost, I wanted to envision a space that people could feel a bit more comfortable being in. And for me, myself, to enjoy just living here, because I sleep here, I eat here, I watch TV here, I do the podcast here. I want it to be comfortable. But I think I kind of overdid it, and there wasn't necessarily a plan as to how much I'd be spending or what I would be buying, because there's always like this extra cost. There's like just the cost of like, I had to buy a Brita filter, and I was like, wait a minute, Brita filter. And then I was thinking about washroom appliances, kitchen washroom stuff. I was like, oh, like cleaning supplies. I'm like, oh, I gotta get that. The vacuum, I had to get that. I was like, oh, well, I need plates, and I need to go to IKEA, buy plates, utensils, cups. Like there's all these other things. I was only looking at the bigger picture things, but I think I wish I left myself a little bit more of a game plan or parameter to spend for all the smaller things. But yeah, I think that was like 15 minutes. Okay. But yeah, this was the very first solo pod that I am doing. Hope you enjoyed it. Look forward to a couple more. I'm hoping to get better at this, better topics. And I think this is the start of the consistency. Obviously, don't just say it, do it. The consistency of this pod. And yeah, new era, new space, new environment, different challenges. I think this is a good period for me to grow. And you only grow by doing, and you only get better by doing. So this is me doing. But yeah, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Sorry if I like I sound a bit harsh because my I'm going through like a bit of a cold sinus thing. It's a whole thing. And that's also one thing. Oh my God, that's also one thing. Like, no one's there to help you out if you're sick, and like, no one's there to take care of you. Like, I was sweating. I was in bed sweating, and I was like, oh my God, there's nobody here. Like, I have to get up and I have to go grab some medicine for myself. Like, oh, I forgot to buy medicine for myself. I got to go out. No one's there, and I think that's also something no one really prepares you for like that. So just being a bit more independent and thinking ahead. But yeah. Thank you for listening, guys. Leave a like, subscribe, comment. Look forward to more pods. And I hope you guys have a great week until the next one. Peace.